What the fuck happened?
I'll tell you what happened, guys. I'll tell you what happened. We had a leak in the DeHuff studios. Thankfully, my daughter noticed it. My buddy Ed came over, helped fix the leak. He did all the work. I just watched. And I held the light. And he was like, Dad, he's like, move the light this way. Damn it, DeHuff. Over here. Huh? Are you even paying attention to me? Getting backhanded by a grown ass adult as a grown ass adult is really frustrating and embarrassing. But he's got a good wicked backhand, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, no, he fixed it. We had this nasty leak. I say nasty. If you've ever had a leak in a pipe, because we're in the basement, and it was like a doop 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 type of a leak, right? Just enough, and it just got everywhere. And basically, I have some studs exposed in the basement, exposing some concrete and whatnot, and it's just a mess. But the leak is stopped. We fixed that. He did. He replaced the joints, whatever that needed fixed that were leaking. Eventually, once this dries out, then I'll do the drywall. So it'll be fun. Good times. But it sucked too because as this was happening, I was going to learn how to do the plumbing repair because Ed's really good. He knows how to do everything. That's his business. It's what he's been doing since he's a kid. Uh, Brilliant work, brilliant work. And I was going to have him show me how to do it. So that way I don't always have to call Ed. Hey, Ed, how do you do this? And he's like, fucking goddamn it. I'll be over there in a second there, Scotty. Like, I don't want to always do that. I want to be, teach a man to fish. Okay. That's all I'm saying. And then my poor daughter got hurt and we had to take her to the hospital. She's out of the hospital. She was in there for like 4 hours. She got in a bike accident and the handlebar just stabbed her essentially in the abdomen. They thought she had broken ribs. That was a negative. They thought she may have damaged her liver. That was a negative. She's just really, really sore. But thankfully she's good and she's just on light rest essentially for the rest of the week or so. But because of that, I couldn't learn. Okay. And it sucks.
What the hell was that?
Not that you care. But anyway, if you're watching on video, you see behind me the exposed wall. But I did try to cover it up with a DeHuff Uncensored sign. I'm sure nobody will notice. Nobody. Negative. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a better day than me. I do. It's not that bad. It could be much worse. If my daughter wouldn't have noticed that leak, oh my God, all my equipment would have been damaged. And God knows how much damage it would have caused throughout the entire basement. Oh my God, it was terrible. Fucking annoying. You got, hey, if you're a homeowner, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'll tell you this, let's forget about that. Let's forget about the chaos that's going on in our lives. Let's get into the weird, wild, crazy headlines. Let's jump into those headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
This guy has to win an award for the biggest asshole on the goddamn planet. This happened apparently in mid-June. He ended up pleading guilty about a month later, which was like maybe a couple of weeks ago, but the story's just now coming out. A guy in North Wales was arrested because there were so many reports coming in from this hospital in North Wales because on a roof across the way from the hospital, some dickhead was dressed up as the Grim Reaper, and some swear that they saw him with what are the scythe or whatever, the grass cutting thing, right? They swear they saw him with that. They ended up tracking the guy down and arrested him. He claims, oh no, I wasn't the Grim Reaper. I was dressed up as a crow. Caw-caw, everybody. Caw-caw. Either way, listen, you're a dick. It doesn't sound like they found the sickle or whatever that's called. Is it Seath? Whatever it is. Either way, what an asshole. The optics are you were dressed as the Grim Reaper, staring from another rooftop at a hospital where there's a bunch of patients going, shit's done now. The Grim Reaper's on the fucking balcony across the street. What an asshole. I saw the picture. It's a blurry picture, but from that angle, he does look like he's dressed up as the Grim Reaper. It's borderline funny, borderline, but ultimately major asshole move. If there's a kid over in that hospital and they see that and they know what the Grim Reaper represents, I mean, that's devastating to a child. Oh my God, what a fucking asshole. Old people are like, well, it's been bound to happen. You finally caught up to me, you son of a bitch. Come over here, hop off that roof and come get mama. What an asshole. Oh my God, that would be so freaky. Even if it was, I don't know how old you are, but I mean, for me, I'm like in my 40s. If I saw that, I'd be like, oh, Jesus Christ, is that real? Is that real? Anybody else see this? God, no. You know, you're in there with somebody that's shit for eyesight. I don't see nothing. You're like, I see it. I see the Grim Reaper. Oh, give him more medicine. My God, what an asshole. What a dick. Hey, Connery, there's a steakhouse in Florida that's right up your alley. Oh, sweet Jesus. If it's what I think it is, they got my letters. Well, let me go through the story. See if this is what you're talking about. Scotty, I have a good feeling about this one. And I think I need to go check on Southwest, make sure they still fly to Florida. Yeah, this is a steakhouse in Hollywood, Florida. It's offering diners nude dining. Yes, that's right. Okay, let me finish the story, Connery, please. On the first Monday of every month, they're quoted by saying, dine bold, dine free, be free. Now, they shouldn't say dine free because somebody's going to come back at them and be like, I showed up naked. Why do I have to pay? But Connery, was this your idea? Damn tootin', Scotty, it is. Although I shed every fucking day, not just a Monday, once a month. Well, they have standards. They want to keep their license, I'm sure. This is crazy because I can't imagine who shows up to this. But I know out in Florida, there's a large community of nude beach type of nudists out there. So I guess there's probably enough where it makes sense. The experience is from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. and nude attire is highly recommended. But the restaurant has a few guidelines for diners that include you got to be 18 or older to enter, respect and discretion required, no touching without consent, right to refuse service. Scotty, that's mine. I said no fatties. Connery, that's fucked up. What? I'm just saying. Oh, stop it. You're an asshole. Hey, there's more to love. That's all I'm saying. Here's what's kind of fucked up. But I get it, but it's fucked up. It's for one experience, dinner and experience. For a woman, it's $173.23. Okay. For a man, how much do you think it is? $287.41 for a man. Now, if you're part of a couple, you go in there, it's $344.50 for couples. So what kind of weirdo's going in there by himself? As I'm reading this, I'm like, that's to keep the creepers away. They're like, listen, if you want to be a creepy dude and just eat your dinner completely naked while you look at other people eating their food completely naked, it's gonna cost you $287. That's not including tax. My God, it's gonna be mostly dudes in there. What would you call that? What would that situation be? What, they're eating. It's a steakhouse. How many guys are going to be like sitting there bored, and next thing you know, they're slamming a sausage in the corner all by themselves. It's just so weird. So weird. Listen, if you're a nudist, that's great. Good for you. That's your jam. But do you really do you re- I feel bad for the servers. Do you really want to go and eat and be naked? I just feel like that's just not the place. Go to the beach. Yes. Feel the sun all over yourself. That's great. I get that. But to sit down on a chair, hopefully it's not like vinyl, seating. So like, it's like, it's you're getting stuck to it. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a lot of bad imagery going through my head right now. A lot of them. But that's what they get for listening to Connery. I hope I get a cut on this, or at least an invite. I Listen, you go out there on your own dime. I'm not going out there. Out in Pennsylvania, a little Debbie delivery truck driver was charged with $17,000 fraud scheme for selling his cargo at flea markets. Police in the Washington Police Department in Pennsylvania have charged the delivery driver with running a scheme that let him sell the oatmeal cream pies, cosmic brownies, star crunches, and nutty buddies all by himself while submitting false invoices saying the products had been delivered to retailers. Here's what's stupid. What a fucking moron. He's forging documents. And if you've ever worked at a store, they're really good about inventory and checking that shit. He didn't get very far because, $17,000 worth of fraud. That stuff adds up very quickly because I imagine he had multiple stores on his route. What an idiot. And then he's going to the fucking, flea market. Yeah, I didn't know there was a black market for little Debbie's. This, I want. Oh, god damn it! I should have thought of this. What's this guy's prison nickname gonna be? You guys got a little Debbie, a cream pie. He's gonna be a cream pie. That's the winner, right? If you got another one, you gotta let me know. Let me see that little Twinkie of yours. Who's ready for a shower? I'm implying that. No, I'm just like you guys get the gist. What an idiot, guys! It just don't do stupid things. Don't break the rules. Don't break the law. Quit breaking the law, dumbass. My God. Going to the flea market, selling, stolen inventory of oatmeal cream pies, cosmic brownies, star crunches, and nutty buddies. Now he's going to be fighting off, monster cock in the fucking showers. That's what you get, sir. Listen, it's a tale as old as time. We should make this into a Disney movie. The man who stole little Debbie's and now is going to get hammered. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Woo! Send those in. You gotta let me know. Wherever you're consuming this. If you're able to comment, please do. Or hit me up on socials at DeHuff Podcast or email DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. What are his prison nicknames gonna be? Scotty, I like cream pie. That's a good one. Because he's gonna get cream pied all the time. Yeah, I get that one. By the way, I don't know who makes Twinkies, or that's Hostess, I believe. I love the zingers that are Twinkies with the raspberry, the like the pink shit all over it, and in coconut. Those are freaking amazing. But I want to say there's multiple zinger things. It's the raspberry with coconut that just are amazing. They look like those snowballs. Not a fan of snowballs. Don't like marshmallow. But those zingers with raspberry and coconut, those are my jam. This guy is basically going to jail for putting diabetes on the black market. That's what he was doing. Hey, speaking of getting jabbed in prison, yeah, well, hey, oh, because he might have to take a shot of insulin. I guess so.
Type 2 adult onset diabetes?
Yep, that's what he was distributing. What an idiot. God dang it. A New Zealand politician is coming under fire, and I'm defending her because I don't think it's that big of a deal. And she stood her ground, bless her heart. A New Zealand politician has raised eyebrows after joining a high stakes meeting from her bathroom. And like she's doing the meeting, and you can see, she's in, there's the shower, there's the tile, and then they're like, "Oh no, we can see your laundry hanging up, whatever." And I don't have the audio, but I saw the video, and the lady's like, "Yeah, well, I guess it is, but we need to talk about that." She's just like, "Yeah, fuck it, who cares? Who gives a shit?" And she proceeds to talk about the fact that why did it take us this long, whatever they were talking about, to get to a meeting, scheduled, and to actually be having the meeting. She's like, "Who gives a shit?" Yeah. Oh no, I'm in a bathroom that everybody has a bathroom that's watching this video. Everybody has laundry. Oh, who cares? She's like, "I give two shits. I'm leading this meeting. Shut the fuck up, Carol, back there judging me." You're the first one to go, Carol. First one to go. We're cutting budgets right now. I know that's not what the meeting's about. It's what it just became, Carol. You fucking snotty, uppity bitch. But I'm with her. Who gives a shit? It's not like she was on the toilet, okay? It's not like she was getting out of the shower. We did a story several years ago on this program where a lady was making headlines. She attended a funeral via Zoom, but she was watching the funeral from her home, and she must have had her laptop up, but she was getting out of the shower and her camera was on. And what's funny is they had whoever did the setup for the Zoom fucked it up. It shouldn't have allowed people to do that. But basically, her nudity was presented on a screen at the funeral. It's like, Jesus, okay? At least she didn't do that. She's like dropping a deuce or something like that. Or, she's got apparently in the video somewhere, there's a shadow of somebody behind her that looks like he might be a dude hanging out in the shower. But either way, it's like, who cares? Who cares? She needed to be somewhere quiet, that she had good Wi-Fi. Okay, she did it. Good for her. It's all about business. Now shut the fuck up, Carol. Carol, God damn it! Why are you eyeballing me, Carol? She's like, "Oh my, I'm just gonna make a complaint. I don't feel comfortable." Fucking, what is it? That's not even a millennial. That's a Gen Z. I guarantee whoever complained is a Gen Zer. They're like, "This makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like what's happening to my body." Your body? Yeah, I saw her unmentionables hanging up on the wall off the, towel rack. It makes me feel funny. God dang it, people. Who gives a rat's ass? I don't know how many times I've talked to people on the phone, like like my buddy Hastings, Scott Hastings. I guarantee you, if I called him right now, I'm not going to. If I called him today, there's a good chance he answers it while he's on the toilet. And I'm fine with that. We will laugh about it and then move on. And then all of a sudden I'll hear him flush the toilet and then I'll laugh again. I don't care. Schlereth does the same thing. Mike's a little bit of a prude. Everybody else that I used to work with, somewhat of a prude. They'd be like, "I'll call you back. I'm using the restroom." Whereas, like, the former athletes are like, "I don't care. Let's get it done. What's up, buddy?" Yeah, I'm taking a shit. What are you doing? I'm taking a shit too. What, you've never done that? Guys, this is what sucks. Have you ever been waiting for an important phone call? This happened the other day. Who the fuck was it that called me? Oh, it was the vet. I was waiting for the vet to call me back because I needed to take my. It's been a bad several weeks. Okay, let's just say that. My dog was really sick. He got kennel cough, and that turned into bronchitis or something like that, right? Uh, so we're trying to get him in for X-rays and stuff so they could check out his lungs. And I'm like, oh, they're supposed to call me back, but I really got to go to the bathroom. So go to the bathroom. Sure enough, just started, and they call, and I'm like, I gotta answer this because I need to get him in there as soon as possible. And of course, the restroom's echoey, but I had to turn off the bathroom fan, so it's not that obvious. What I should have done is made it sound like I'm in a parking garage. Be like, yeah, I'd love to, because it's all echoey. And then I'm like, and then just like, just try to make car sounds, which I apparently cannot do. I've had it where the school has called me in regards to something, and I'm in the middle of doing my business, but you have to answer it. Those are calls that you have to answer. If I call you right back, it's because we're not at that level, and I think that's okay for the most part. I, you know, I I don't think if you called me and I answer the phone and you're like, DeHuff, are you going to the bathroom? And if I said yes, wouldn't that just be kind of like, I don't know you that well type of thing? I think I could do that with my brother-in-law, Andrew. I'm trying to think. And then the guys I already mentioned. I don't, I'm trying to think of other people. And that's not a knock on them. It's just, you know, yeah. I don't think I don't think I could get that intimate with so many other people. Anyway, who cares? I guess it's fine. But good for her. She's just like, you know what? Who cares? It's business. Quit making excuses. And she's like, the lady that was complaining at the beginning was just like, can you do something about your background? And you can tell the lady is just like, well, hold on, let me see. You know what? No, who cares? Because she didn't know how to change the background, and ultimately is like, why does it matter? There's like, I have a shirt back there, maybe some underwear. Who gives a rat's ass? My God. But again, if she was taking a dump, that's a different thing. There was a guy that got a politician that got in trouble because he was doing the same thing, but he was on the toilet and I think that you saw a little junk shot in there at one point. You see people doing that Zooms for court hearings, which it's nice that the court system allows that to happen, because not everybody has the ability to show up to a court session wherever it's at. And they're like, oh, if you got a phone, you can do it via Zoom or whatever. And but there's people that are like, they get their license suspended and they're driving while they're attending their court hearing. There's People are dumb. People are dumb. Not you though. Not you. You would never do that. And if you did, I'm sure it would be justified in some way. In some way. I want to start getting stories from you guys. And if you want to stay anonymous, that makes it fun too, because you could just change your name and change the character names to something, whatever the hell you want. But I want to get some weird, what the hell just happened at work stories. The ones where you're like, wait, what just happened? I'll give you a good example. This one just popped in my head. I'm working at the radio station. I get there at 4 a.m. And usually nobody, as far as for the station I worked at, nobody showed up until about 5. So I have about an hour to do prep and whatnot. So I go to use the restroom that's right across the way. And I'm going to use the urinal, and there's a stall right next to it. It's just one stall, one urinal, and then the sinks. So I go in there, and before I get to actually proceed with the urinal business, I see that somebody's standing in the in the stall. The door is closed to the stall, but I can see their feet. But here's what's wild. Imagine staring at a stall that's the last thing on the wall, the far wall in the bathroom. And the door opens to on your left perspective. On the right is straight up against the wall, and the urinal is right there to your right as well. Now, you look down at where the toilet is on your right, and you see the base of the toilet seat, but you see two pairs of shoes. Now, the pairs of shoes are facing, and keep in mind, they're connected to feet. You can see the ankles. They are pointed at the wall, straight up against the wall, implying that somebody is in that restroom, in that stall, in the corner, facing the wall slash towards the little crack that is towards the urinal. I think there is what we used to call a meat watcher. I think that's what happened. I walked in on somebody that likes to watch, somebody using the restroom. I don't know how to, you know, I don't know how to explain that. So the rest of the morning, I was taking inventory of everybody's shoes. Never figured out who it was. Never. I didn't report it because what am I going to say? I think there was a guy, touching himself in the bathroom, but I'm not sure. Maybe he put himself in timeout. I don't know. It was bizarre. I mean, the more you think about it, it's like he was straight. His feet were within like an inch of the wall. So he's like right up against the wall. And he's on, if you were looking at the stall, he's on the right side. And the right side is right next to the urinal. And there was like an inch and a half ish gap between the wall and the stall door. So he could, if I would have used it, would I have seen an eyeball? Like, oh. Now, I will say this, talking about Scott Hastings, he's such a tall dude. He was 6'10", or is 6'10", and I remember using the urinal, and he's in the stall because he got in there after me, and he peeks over, he peeked over the stall door or the wall partition, and he's like, "Hi there." I thought that was hilarious. Good times. Again, we would have been in so much trouble if somebody else would have walked in there like this day and age. I need to get Hastings on here shortly. I need to call him up. Maybe we get him on next week. What do you guys think? Let me know. Yes on Hastings. Should we do it? I got to get him on and share some stories, have some fun, have him react, make him a co-host for the day, have him react to storylines, but also have him share some funny stories, whether it's from the NBA or stuff from his radio days. Anyway, guys, that I think that would be fun. Let me know if you're all for it. But be aware when you share a bathroom with somebody who's super tall, they're going to peek over. Whether they do it on purpose or not, that's up to them. Up to them. Anyway, guys, that's it for the news. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Make sure you support the show by interacting with the show. It does help the algorithm. It helps disperse the show out to so many other people. It helps the show grow, which is great. Also, if you're interested in sponsoring the show, please go ahead and do so. Hit me up, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. And check out all my socials. You'll see the merch website. Sorry, my brain fogged up for a second. I got the merch going. It's awesome. My wife made an order, got some t-shirts today. They're all for her and my son. I'm like, what the shit? You didn't buy me anything? Jacked up. But I will say, it's freaking great merch. I didn't know for sure how it would be. Then I tried on one that was for my son. It's like a medium. Well, let's just say it was snug. Okay, it was
Fat guy in a little coat.
good feel on. I tried to go with the soft material, so it's something that you want to wear. And I try to make it where they're fun shirts or not over the top sponsorship down your throat. There's one version of a shirt that is just DeHuff Uncensored, but everything else is like the one that my wife bought for my son is who pooped in your Cheerios, and there's an angry bee on there. I have all balls with 2 footballs. I'll end up making basketball and baseball versions of those at a later date. I got a Connery one, which Mike Evans from 104.3 The Fan, he's all, hey, can you get me one of those shirts? I was like, well, Mike, if you go to this website and you buy one, part of those proceeds go to me and help me stay afloat. And he's like, business. But seriously, can I get one? I'm like, Jesus Christ, Mike. So you guys got to give Mike shit. Be like, have you bought a shirt from DeHuff yet? Or are you still trying to get something for free? Because he's a son of a bitch. But I respect his game. I do. But he wants the Connery one that it's a Connery face and it says always grinding, something like that. And then there's like clock gears behind it. There, you're grinding my gears. There you go. That's how you can get away with it. There's a whole bunch of them on there. And I if I think of something, I'll put one on there. I have some Colorado themed ones. And if it's not a DeHuff Uncensored straight up t-shirt or something, it has the other thing on the front, and then I have just like a side little thing, like a quick little badge on the side that says DeHuff Uncensored Podcast. I don't want to jam it down your throat. Scotty, maybe that's your problem. You don't want to jam things down people's throat. Okay. Thank you, I guess. Anyway, guys, check it out. Got a lot of orders in, and what is great about it, it's another way for you to support. And listen, they're fun shirts and they're good quality, and I like it. I like it. So then when you get your gear, your merch, send me a picture of it. And if you want, I'll either just appreciate it, or 2, if you want, I can repost it and say these are my models. I don't pay them, but they're sporting the merch, and I like that. So that could be a lot of fun. So go check it out, please. Again, it's on my socials and at DeHuff Podcast, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining the show. Really do appreciate you. Thanks for supporting everything that I do. It's DeHuff Uncensored. Let's keep moving forward. I'll talk to you next time.